I started making videos again. I've been making them on and off since 2016. Started off making skits, then transitioned into imitating my parents, then transitioned again into talking head content. I began to love the whole process, the directing, the brainstorming, the editing, and even having my friends along with me. It was all essentially me figuring out what I was good at. But at a certain point, I started getting lost in the numbers and the comparisons that I was making with myself and other creators that I would watch. Not even just other creators. There would be many people outside of my social life, my personal life, that I would even compare myself to, that I started asking myself, is my content even worth watching? Or should I just stop all this now and go find something else to do? The questions only began to come because I wasn't seeing that I was growing the way I wanted to grow in the first place. I get in a bad habit of second guessing myself so often that it can be discouraging. It started to weigh on me. The idea of being at ACC and not knowing what I wanted to do with my life yet, not even knowing what I wanted to do with my life or what career path I wanted to go down. The only thing that I was figuring out that I was good at, the only thing that I actually found enjoyment in, wasn't working out. I started to feel off. Like, it was those comparisons right there, that self-doubt, that made me fall out of love with making content in the first place. So I took some time off. I mean, granted, I wasn't making any YouTube videos, but I still couldn't sit there and do nothing. So I would go outside during quarantine and just shoot whatever I saw. This was all in an attempt to get better. You know, if I felt like I wanted to come back to YouTube and start making content, I couldn't come back with the same stuff. I had to bring something new to the table. I had to improve. Towards the end of 2020, entering 2021, I started feeling crazy inspired. Like, something inside of me told me I had to start making YouTube videos again. Like, I'm coming to school for digital media and I'm not making these YouTube videos anymore. Something told me I had to make content. That's all it was. I was just following my gut at that point. So that's what I did. That being said, coming up with good content for my niche, shooting it, editing it, and uploading it every week would become a challenge. It's hard to find that balance. I can see so many instances where I would much rather do something other than a community health paper. I can find so many other things I would much rather be doing, you know, and I think maybe those times where I'm thinking about other things I can be doing, those are minutes I'm wasting. I don't know. You can consider it being hard on yourself. It's like I feel like I'm not getting ahead. I feel like I'm just falling behind in the game of life. I don't know. Again, it can be seen as being too hard on yourself, but I don't know. You know, it's those moments where I begin to get in deep thought about what I would prefer to be doing that it gets hard to snap out of it. I like to go to different places, you know, different parks to stop, you know, overthinking. You know, I want both at the end of the day. I want to make content 24/7 and I want to get this degree, but I just can't let one get in the way of another. Maybe I've just been super impatient this entire time. But you know, I like to tell myself that it's a marathon and not a sprint. Telling myself that it's a marathon and not a sprint, you know, it helps me not apply unnecessary pressure on myself in the first place. But I do feel like I'm on the right track. I've accepted that shaking those thoughts of comparison, it's not going to be as easy. You know, it's going to take a little while. But on the bright side, when I'm overthinking, I snap out of it way quicker than I used to. I've come to realize that finding and maintaining balance is gonna be a constant thing. It's gonna be a constant thing whether I like it or not. And I feel that if I exercise patience and keep my mind focused on one thing at a time, things will just fall into place.